Belum lagi. Good morning. My name is Gurbachan Kaur Julip Singh, DBA candidate of King's University College, supervised by Associate Professor Dr. Rashad Danifat. Okay. The presentation examines the title Consumer Trust in Malaysian Palm Oil Food Products and the role of AI-driven traceability and digital marketing under sustainability controversies. AI-driven traceability means tracking palm oil from plantation to the shelf using blockchain, satellite mapping, and real-time sensor. I will walk you through 13 discussion areas from background to conclusion. Malaysia has 90% MSPO, which is Malaysian Sustainable Palm Oil Certification. AI-driven traceability system deploy SIMS systems, GeoSavit, MSPO trace, palm green chain. But here is the reality. The system are more visible to auditors than to consumers. Only 9% of the Swiss consumers recognize the Roundtable Sustainable Palm Oil, which is RSPO, as the international recognized sustainability certification. According to a survey last year, 38% of the Malaysians do not trust that palm oil is sustainability produced, despite 90% have been certified. So that says that 90% of the palm oil at the moment in Malaysia since February 2026 is certified. Moving from that, another problem is the deforestation fears, health concerns. This all bundle into one general distrust. So they do not trust. Certification alone cannot break through this. So that is a trust gap. That is the trust translation gap, not a production gap, not a certification gap, a communication gap problem. This aligns with Julia Janto. Julia Janto is a study by this research from Indonesia in 2025, calls for stronger empirical attention to green marketing, communication, and consumer trust in the palm oil industry. This study responds by testing how AIDT is the AI driven traceability. AIDT, the digital marketing translate sustainability evidence into consumer trust. The objective of the study is to examine whether the AI-driven traceability and digital marketing builds consumer trust in Malaysian palm oil food products and whether sustainability controversy moderate both relationships. The research questions are indicated here. The research framework and hypothesis, one model, one theory, neither is sufficient alone, right? The ABI model defines what trust consists of. Ability, AIDT proves supply chain competence through blockchain, satellite mapping, real-time traceability from plantation to shelf, as earlier I shared. Benevolence, here digital marketing signal genuine care for consumer through transparent communication. Integrity, MSPO certification demonstrate consistent adherence to sustainability principle. Sustainability controversy undermine all three dimensions simultaneously. Okay, signaling theory explains how signaling theory explains how trust signals travel. Palm oil sustainability is a credence attribute, meaning consumer cannot verify it even after purchase. This is the one I was talking to you earlier. Okay, since consumer cannot verify it even after purchase, this create information asymmetry. Producers must send costly to fake signals to reduce consumer uncertainty. AIDT is that signal. Digital marketing is the delivery channel. Sustainability controversy are the counter signal disrupting the transmission. Together, they generate the trust translation framework, the original contribution of this study. AIDT creates the sustainability signal. DM, that is digital marketing, delivers it to the consumer. SC, which is sustainability controversies, determine whether translation succeed. CT is the outcome. CT is the consumer trust. So four hypothesis follows. H1 predict AIDT positively influences consumer trust. H2 predicts digital marketing positively influences consumer trust. H3A and H3B predict sustainability controversies weaken both relationships. All predicted direction derived from theory reinforced by peer-reviewed studies before any data was collected. So where am I? It should be here. Is it? Hold on. Here. This is, okay. We have our hypothesis now. How did we test them? This is the quantitative study following the Saunders research onion. First, the philosophy layer, this studies adopts positivism, testing measurable relationship between the AIDT, DM, SC and the CT. Second, deductive is the theory that comes first. That's the meaning. And the ABI model and the signaling theory generates four hypotheses before a signal response was collected. Data came second. Third, quantitative mono method, one structured instrument and a 5-point Likert scale. This gap empirical, not conceptual. The numbers not narrative. Mixed method would be appropriate had the aim been to discover new construct. It was not. Fourth, online survey through Google's Form distributed by WhatsApp and on the 15th and 16th of June this month. Purposive and the snowball sampling was done. Cross-sectional, one snapshot in time. Data was screened, SPSS 27 was partially used, missing values, normality, and the common method bias. All check passed. The clean data then moved into Smart PLS 4, PLS 4.0, PLSM, SEM with 5,000 bootstrapping iterations. Chosen for model complexity, no normality assumption, and adequate power for n equals to 54. That was the number collected. And the sampling, the target population was Malaysian adult age 18 and above who purchased palm oil food product. The unit of analysis was individual consumers because this study measured trust at the consumer level, not at the company or industry level. For the pilot study, non-probability, purposive, and the snowball sampling were used. Purposive sampling ensure respondents met the eligibility criteria. Snowball sampling helped extend the survey through respondent networks. Data was collected through Google Form, distributed via WhatsApp on the 15th and 16th of June. The pilot sample was 54 respondents. This exceeds 30 to 50 minimum guidelines for the pilot study. For the full-scale phase 2 study, the target is about 330 to 400, which we'll be talking about it later. The questionnaire had 8 sections. First, eligibility screening, then demographic, MSPO awareness, AI-driven traceability, digital marketing sustainability, controversies, consumer trust, and exit screening. MSPO awareness was measured for descriptive purpose only and was excluded from PLS SEM. The main construct was AIDT, DM, SC, and CT. Were measured using 5 items, each one 5-point Likert scale, because AIDT and sustainability controversies may be technically for general consumer. Short explanation notes were provided before those sections. All questions were made compulsory in Google Form. That is why the final data came back and had 0 missing values and 100% eligible responses. The pilot study involved 54 Malaysian adult consumers. Female responders formed majority at the 61.1%, the largest age group was 55 and above, at the 37%, while there were no respondents aged 18 to 24. For education, the sample was highly educated, while with the 74.1% holding a degree and above.
So this is also 54 were actually collected, right?
54 collected, all was clean data. I did collect it. I have sent for the 54 out because I did it on Sunday immediately. The next day I went, I did it, then Oja follow. Because we saw Edwin was sharing, then we did that.
You collected 54.
I collected 54. Yeah, because you have your people and that, but that's why you see the age is 55 and above. So so that's why I put it in.
You didn't know any young one.
So you see why that's why I will explain to you why and what happened here. So that's why Dr. Rashad, please extend some time extra because I'm going to explain everybody. It's easy for them to understand as well what happened. So female respondent formed the majority at 61.1%. The largest age group was 55 and above at 37%, while there was no respondent for 18 to 24. For education, the sample was highly educated, 74.1% holding a degree and above. In terms of location, 81.5 were from Selangor and Kuala Lumpur, showing a strong Klang Valley concentration, which is very bad, only one area. So, however, the sample was relevant because 68.5% purchased palm oil food product at least once a week, showing highly engaged sample. The pilot therefore shows three limitations. The no 18 to 24 years old, urban bias and education skew. For the full-scale study, these gaps will be addressed through maybe TikTok, Insta and other socials, state Facebook groups and local language platform.
You went to supermarket?
No, I did by WhatsApp. I have my friend also working in supermarket.
Oh.
She has got a group of that people. So
she actually gave the hard copy?
No, she gave it by link. I sent out by link.
And then they are saying that we use once minimum.
Yeah, correct. That's what they mark. So in my Google form, I make it such. Yeah. So everything is.
I remember I thought that because of all the health concerns people have.
So that's why I said palm oil, the perception, the way I asked the question was to know actually what's happened. So when you look at my Google questionnaire, it's very, very different approach. I was sharing.
You are saying that 74% actually use palm oil once a week.
Yep, correct. Because you see, Dr. Rashad, every shelf you go there in the market is written there palm oil because Malaysia there are a lot of palm oil. Yeah, it's everything palm oil.
Egg here I can see because of palm oil. Except that the food that they chicken.
But correct. You see, if this egg is used in the industry itself, they will still mix with the palm oil and all that to make something out.
Yeah,
so everything, yeah, correct.
Yeah. Even if you don't buy it, you actually are consuming it. It's not correct.
Correct, 100%. Because the frying oil, they use that also,
no, because palm oil is very, very resistant.
Yes, true. Correct. Correct. It's only the narrative of the people, is bad. Actually, it's not coming from Asian, it's coming from overseas. Why they have this? Because we are not seasonal product. We have it around every day, palm oil. Palm oil go very fast.
Okay, so one question, I'm going to say off there, but just my question is generally, after studying the subject for a while, and then ultimately, what's your perception of palm oil? You're saying that palm oil is not as bad as they say it is?
You see, I have load about 50 over papers on health, on the palm oil health. So I look. You see, there's a skew here. The thing is that the European EU is the one saying bad, bad, bad. Because why? They want their public to change the idea so that they buy their own olive or rapeseed oil and all that. So they are trying, because you see, Dr. Rashad, I feel politically is a big.
You're saying that it's actually.
No, I say that because why? When you use on the heat, okay, I'm selling you palm oil. If you're going to heat and make it break down the liquid of the oil to some other areas, so of course at one point of time, any oil you use also is going to be the same. You are breaking it down. So the health become how? It is also up to you how you do it. It's how you process the heat.
No oil is as good.
No.
You're saying as perfect.
No.
You know, and then sunflower oil.
Yes, all. But I work in Mitsubishi for the past 10 years there. I have a manager who take keratina oil every morning, 1 spoon of the oil. His hair, his skin, he looked like, even though he was about 58, but he looked like about 30 plus. So I asked him one day, I asked Mark, I said, Mark, what do you do? He said, you don't say any, no, don't tell to anybody, but I'm taking keratina. That time, Jomalina was doing keratina oil. That means keratin value is like keratin value is very good for eyes and all.
Creatine or keratin?
Keratin. Yes, vitamin K. Red color. You can get in a market and all that, but very fast will be. No. I'm giving a comparison.
Oh no, what do you call keratina?
Keratina, the name of the product. Yes, keratina. Yes.
It's a palm oil.
See,
there is a guy who's 50 something having this oil
every day morning. He's a manager there in working there for many years.
And keratina is a brand.
Keratina is the brand, but the keratin value in it is very high. Why you take keratin for your eyes? Let's say you are taking carrots and all that. Those are very good for your eyes, you say. Actually, why is the keratin value inside? So I used to do what? I used to have the specification of all this palm oil. We used to send out internationally. So I used to study the specs. So the specs is yeah. So you see why is the narrative again is how you market, how the people out there. Actually, in comparison, soybean, palm oil is much more.
So after having that conversation with your colleague, did you start doing the same campaign?
That time I was very young. That's why I did. I
didn't need to, but then if you can.
But my house, I only use keratina oil for cooking. I don't use other oils. Yeah. So okay. Where was I? Okay. For the full-scale study, these gaps will be addressed through TikTok, Insta, Facebook groups, and a local language platform. Where am I? Hold on. Data screen.
So as far as this is a real data, how much of the initial assumptions were challenged?
I'm going to talk about it. Oh yes, I'm going to talk about it. Before moving to Smart PLS, the data was screened in SPSS 27, but I also get some of the AI help on this. First, missing values were checked. The result was 0 missing values because the Google Form items were compulsory before submission. Second, normality was checked using skewness and kurtosis. Skewness range, you can see here, is minus 1.04 to plus 0.02, and the kurtosis range from minus 1.16 to plus 1.34. Both were within accepted threshold. So normality pass. Third common method bias was checked using Harman single factor test. This Harman single factor test is also in the SPSS. The result was 41.63 below the 50% threshold. So common method bias was not a concern here because this Harman single factor test also is not really Nowadays they don't use it also. There's a lot of talk about it. It's not really you need it because you have got other like PLS system. They know. Yeah, correct. So a key preliminary finding was E4. E4 was my Google form E4, which asked whether there is sufficient digital marketing from industry and public stakeholder about Malaysia palm oil sustainability. E4 recorded the lowest mean, which is 3.389 out of 5, with a standard deviation of 1.25. So that means consumer acknowledge digital marketing, but they do not perceive current digital marketing as sufficient. So there is a gap there. So this finding supports the research problem from within the data itself. Okay. After data screening, the measurement model was assessed in Smart PLS 4.0. First, the Cronbach alpha was checked to measure internal consistency. The threshold for 0.70 and above and all construct pass, not a problem. Second, composite reliability was checked. The acceptable range is 0.0 to 0.95 and all construct pass as well. Third, AVE, the average variation accepted was assessed for convergent validity. The threshold is 0.50 and above and all construct met the requirement. So this is the sequence. Fourth, HTMT was used to assess discrimination validity. All values were below 0.85, confirming that 4 constructs are genuinely distinct. Finally, VIF was checked and the multicollinearity, all values were below 5. So there was no multicollinearity concern. One point to highlight, E4, its outer loading was 0.638, below 0.708 guideline. However, it was retained because removing it did not improve AVE or composite reliability. Most important, E4 captures the critical part of the research problem, the perceived insufficiency of digital marketing. So overall, reliability, convergent validity, discriminative validity, and collinearity checks all pass. Right? So now the data analysis. This slide presents the structural model here, results from PLS SEM in
Just for the user, may I know what is the time now? Because we have a time management.
Oh.
20 minutes.
So
anything beyond 10, you will have deduction, you go double, you go half.
So shall I just not
because we really need that, otherwise we won't be able to address everyone.
Correct.
So for sure, please stick to the 10 minutes.
Okay. I will just run through this only.
You pick the most important.
Okay, I pick the hypothesis lah. I pick the hypothesis. Okay, H1, the AIDT to consumer trust hypothesis was not supported. The beta value was 0. And not significant. However, the supplementary regression of AIDT, okay, I won't discuss about H2, the relationship between the digital marketing and consumer trust was supported. Okay, and the H3, the moderation and the consumer trust by sustainability controversy was supported, but an unexpected positive direction. The beta value was plus 0.31, 0.351. This suggests that when controversy is high, variability traceability signals become more valuable.
All this information can be in the report.
Yeah. Okay. Actually, no need. So
this much of information presentation is a big no. Nobody will be able to follow all this. Just which is
correct.
Like for that page, only hypothesis 1, 2, 3. Once put it to that will be enough. And then explanation.
Correct.
Again, otherwise, you have to start reading. Nobody can memorize all this.
Yeah, I just wanted to say the value. Yeah, I think the value I took too much into because once I got the pilot test already, so everything became a concern.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm just commenting on the presentation.
Because I wanted to see what the thinking of the people they have on that.
So 2 of them were challenged, alright?
Were challenged already. So the finding and the discussion here, let me see. There are four main findings from the pilot test actually. First, AIDT is suppressed, not absent. It is not supported in the full model, but is significant. This means AIDT need digital marketing to reach to customer. So that's how I know I need the AIDT on that. Second, digital marketing is the primary trust level. E4 also confirms the issue. Digital marketing works, but current communication is still insufficient. Third was the sustainability controversies amplified AIDT. This was also unexpected positive result. When controversy is high, consumer may value variability, traceability. Okay, this is fourth. Digital marketing is controversy independent. It builds trust regardless of the level of success. Overall, the trust translation gap is Malaysian palm oil food product is a problem of communication gap, not a certification gap. Malaysia has the credentials, but the evidence must be translated clearly into consumer confidence. Okay, theoretical contribution, I can say first, the trust translation framework combining ABI model signal theory. This is the first framework testing of all the construct. Second, the signal scarcity mechanism, you can see here is explained. And the third is the suppression effect of the credence goods. AIDT requires digital marketing to build consumer trust. This extends the ABI model to showing the reliability, integrity. Okay. Fourth, this study fills an empirical gap, testing consumer trust. Okay. I think I go the other side. Okay. Practical implication. Because Dr. Rashad, you wanted 13 of that. So that's why I put all the 13.
Yeah.
So
in person, again, that's perfectly fine. You want to be as comprehensive
yeah.
as possible.
But the timing was not.
Because you remember, even if you're Viva, this is good. You practice this, you get all this thing now. In Viva, they will stop you. They will stop you.
Yeah.
They give you 15 minutes of explanation. If you go beyond that, it says, can you stop, please? And then they will start asking you questions. So if you didn't cover all the area, then you will have difficulty because you may say, oh, I wanted to explain, but you didn't explain.
Correct.
So
correct.
Very important time management. Second, your PowerPoint slides shouldn't be boring at all. It should be very simple.
Yeah, correct. I think also.
Because you ask AI to produce
too many. This one was done actually last night.
Yeah. It's
so busy.
And nobody can follow, nobody can take. And then
correct.
Okay. At the end of the day, I think my question, is, if I ask you, after doing this pilot test, which is a very good one, 57
samples, 54,
54. And you mentioned two of your initial assumptions were challenged. Is your two of your hypotheses you are expecting to be rejected down the line?
Yes.
And then any change to your instrument by itself?
Yeah, I'm going to change the E4. I have to split it to two, I think.
Your questionnaire?
The questionnaire, yeah.
These are the things, there are many
two,
of your pilots.
Yeah.
Because you remember, it's pilot study. It's not comprehensive. It's not generalizable.
Yeah.
All your outcome out of this is not something you can say it's the case. Because it's only presented pilot. Pilot is mainly done to improve the questionnaire and then see whether there is an initial challenge. That's what we would like to see.
Okay.
And of course, the extended version of this can be discussed in your survey paper to get that published, which is fine. Okay? So this is the outcome. Everyone pay attention. That's why I insist for this kind of classes to be face to face and then you get at the spot feedback about what it has to be done. Why I insist to make sure everybody is under 10 and I put a mark on the time management is to make sure that you work on that question. You don't have the whole work. The whole session of Wi-Fi is maximum 45 minutes. Then after that is about crying and all that. Plus, if again I'm worried that now Salima will say, that's right, we're a DBA student, how are we supposed to cry after that? No, it's not. But questions are there, and the moment that you use your, the old composure, things
Yeah.
can go some. I have
Correct.
seen cases, all right?
Yeah.
So be ready, make sure that you're very, no doubt you've done a good job, right? But again, is even if
10 minutes is
it's too much.
no, because 13, right? 13 sections. That's why I was thinking.
That is fine. That's
Yeah.
fine. In report, keep it in presentation.
Correct.
Keep it.
Yeah.
And also they call it the art of economizing word. Have you heard about it?
Yes. That I have to do it here. In fact, I should just run.
Yeah.
So what I'm going to do now, there are two phases, phase 1 and phase 2. So phase 2 will be my major breakthrough for the getting 330 to 400 respondents. So phase 1 is my pilot test. So now the instrument refinement, what I'm going to do, like what Dr. Rashad was asking, separate the digital marketing value. These are the this is the outcome, and then the section C I also developed this awareness. Actually, I wanted to see whether people understand what is MSP or Malaysian Sustainable Palm Oil. Do they understand the certificate or not? So that's why I just put in one extra. So that's why I just wanted to let you know.
Yeah.
So that one, but I have not tested that one. Not tested. So just to make it clear for the, okay? And then the clarity is add visual example like QR code, blockchain for people to understand my pilot test.
Exactly. Again, when you have less information there, you don't need to read through. Is reading through.
I think it's next time out.
It's not accepted in any, especially by level. Why would I say you've been working 3 years and people say, then all I was invested. No. That's why you're practicing now. It's fine. But you see, again, you have to have it over here. Just show down. Because you start reading, you lose your customer.
Correct. So, Dr. Rasha, my concern is one, it's a controversy paper. So, I'm a bit afraid also to don't do certain things which is not right because I might be attacked from EU or anywhere. So, I was just thinking on the sustainability, controversy, misinformation. Maybe I add some a little bit on that extra in that. Asking.
You get
challenged by them, yeah.
This
one?
Academic work can.
So, because I see this guy, Jurijanto 2025, he just banged, which is true. He got the proof, he put in the proof. So, EU now keeping quiet and doesn't get his paper published the other side. So, I followed him, so I saw the...
You're saying the paper wasn't?
No, published here, Asian, yes. But EU, they try to throw his paper. But he actually educated, he's studying.
You found the evidence saying so?
Yeah, I have the everything. So I'm following Jurijanto now. So I want to see what his thinking is.
No, it's good that you immerse yourself in the topic a lot.
Because why? I already into it now. So I might as well just push myself into it. So I was thinking. So these are the areas. So the instead of 5 Likert point, I might be doing 7 Likert. Better variants for detecting moderation's effect on the moderation side. What do you think?
You know, it will add more sophistication.
What do you think, Dr. Rashad? Better don't ask for a problem, right?
Yeah, this is additional. Usually you go beyond 5 when the differences in answers are meaningful.
Yes.
If like somebody tells you,
then people won't read. They don't have time to.
Yeah, because you already have a reasonable, strong technique, neutral, strong.
Yeah.
I don't really see a reason why you need to do that.
Okay.
What's your reason why you want to have that?
No, I'm just asking. Is it no? But I just wanted to see a better variance of detecting a moderation effect. Too long of a.
Then you have to differentiate.
Yes, have to explain.
Disagree.
Yeah.
And marginally disagree and very much disagree. What do you mean? What are the differences and how that is? Then you more complicated.
Yeah.
Correct. Okay.
Yeah, correct.
So I think.
So also, adding on, I think I'll need an expert to validate my the 20 items, which one I have now, which one I did the Google
you
form.
Have qualitative side as well.
Quantitative, all is
Okay, this is only face validity. Face validity stage when you are looking at the final questionnaire.
So I'm
Get the
thinking,
expert to look at your question.
yeah, when it is on that technical and all that.
Because you don't have qualitative side, you much quantitative.
All quantitative I'm doing at the point because I don't want it to be too many, then I become crazy.
It's already too
I might be in Tampoi. So yeah. So future research, I was thinking whether this is going to be a longitudinal and then cross-sectional. I will just maintain on not changing much on whatever it is. Mixed method, I don't think so. I will do it. I'll keep it to my.
It's not yours. It's for future.
For future. So this one is I'm recommending future research direction here. So they can use it for the mixed method and all that. I was thinking I wanted to, but then I look at it, it's not feasible. No, it's no. So it's okay.
Okay, thank you very much.
So terima kasih.